Hey y'all, welcome back to another episode of Mouse Ears Magical Chats. I'm
I
Mary
feel like I
Beth and I'm
haven't
here
been
with
here in so long.
you have not.
I
Well,
only missed
we
one
have not
episode.
been together in a long
We
time.
haven't.
That's what it is.
We
Been a long
haven't. Yep.
yeah, because it was me and Jess, then me and Jenny, and then like we skipped a couple weeks throughout the summer. So it really
What?
feels like we haven't been together.
No,
Back to school time. We got to get back on track.
back on
I
track.
know. We're back on track, and you did some really fun stuff that we need to go over in the upcoming episodes. But today we're going to go over the Halloween party because Jess, you went.
Yes, I surprised my children successfully. We surprised our children. What we ended up doing is putting, my kids did the fish extender. We were on the Dream on Monday through Friday. And then Thursday night, to help break the sad spell that had come over everyone, feeling sad that the cruise was ending, I snuck ahead of my family and I put little like tickets. I did a printable ticket thing that was like, admit one to Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party and when, and I wrote Friday, so that would be like tomorrow. And I put it in their fish extender in their little slots. So because they were like super into checking their fish extender, and they checked it. And poor Mari, who just turned 6 as part of all this, uh, she was like, "What does it say? What does it say?" Too much. She can really read, but it was like overwhelming. I think it was just too much on there. And so I was like trying to record it, but I had to stop because she was just like, somebody tell me, like, what does it say? Because Jackson was reading it and processing, like, wait, what's happening? Is this for real? Like, who gave this to us? Right? He wasn't, because he at this point, the kids had been getting like pixie dust and fish extender gifts from
Mm-hmm.
strangers that we either had or hadn't met on the cruise. So it didn't even occur to them that like the parents would be giving them something. So it was definitely a big surprise. Helped with the sadness, but I think they like didn't, I think they were like really shocked. So it was like a lot to take in. But because we were down in Fort Lauderdale, we went into Port Everglades. And so we rented a car. It was very easy to get. We got like a lift from the port over to the airport. And we did the like skip the counter with Alamo. And our driver was awesome. And he knew like right where to bring us to just go hop in a minivan. Like I love the skip the counter Alamo thing. And we made a couple little stops, but we ended up driving. It was like 3 hours or 3.5 hours up to Orlando. And we checked in at the Poly. And we pretty much, by the time we got up there, we basically like ate at Captain Cook's and then took the monorail to the Magic Kingdom, which was really fun for the party.
I know, right? That just sounds like a great time.
Sounds amazing.
The only kind of surprise that I really would like in my life is this type of surprise.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was going to say, can I be your kids?
Yeah.
You could surprise me with your party.
I love to talk to them about like, what do you want to, one thing I kind of like missed out on was like talking to them about what do you want to wear? Do you want to wear a costume? Do you just want to wear a t-shirt? Like I had to just make choices, and I like to talk about that, talk about what we're doing and like look forward to it together. But kids also just get so excited they like can't stand it. And there are advantages to not having them know too far ahead of time, and because the excitement level gets like pretty wild.
So
And
what
they
did
had
you
a
do
really
about costumes?
I had this bright idea that because I just kind of failed at this planning.
Well, that's because
I
you had a million things going on all at the same time.
It's just annoying because we've known about this long enough. Like there was enough time. It's just hard to do everything. And I have to just embrace that like there's not always the Disney outfit, and that's okay. And we still have a good time. I had this bright idea that we could, if the kids were like, oh, we really want to do the costume thing, we could wear our pirate night outfits from the cruise.
That's a good idea.
Because both my kids had like Jackson had a t-shirt that was very piratey and then accessories. And like I had we all had like pirate outfits. Mari had like a full-on hot pink pirate dress that was very costume-ish. I was like, great. Well, we can always wear those. Fail. Because Pirate Night was Wednesday night. And I did laundry that night in like the middle of the night. Like that's a whole other story for another time. But I didn't take the clothes that we were wearing that night when I like went to go put the laundry in. I just took all the you know what I mean? So the pirate night clothes did not get washed,
Oh,
and
yeah.
they were like, the T-shirts that the older 3 of us were Mari could rewear the dress because she's little, but the rest of us, those things were gross, like, no. So that was a fail. What I had done was, like, for Jackson, I had quietly thrown, like, a, Jack Skellington T-shirt that he had, I just, like, packed that into his suitcase. He My kids are, like, old enough where they're kind of doing their own packing, and then we check it to make sure it's okay.
Oh,
So
wow.
I went behind him and just, like, threw that shirt in, and I had tried to, like, grab my, like, Disney Halloween shirt, but I just didn't, like I ended up just, like, wearing a normal shirt. Mari ended up wearing, like, half of a Moana costume that we had brought, like, just the top with, like, black
That was
biker shorts, whatever. And Jackson wore his Jack Skellington. He was probably, like, the most in costume, and Jason had on, like a Disney shirt, just like me, like a Disney shirt. So we weren't the most Halloweeny, but also, let's be real, it was August 28th or some 29th,
so it's hot.
and yeah, we still had fun.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
we
you
were the
still can
least,
have
like,
fun.
costume.
Alright, what time did you go to the party?
Yeah, so we could have gone when you have a party ticket and you don't have a day ticket, which was our situation. We could have gone at 4, right? And, like, done regular Magic Kingdom stuff before the party started at 7. And we just when we checked in and then we needed to eat because I wanted to eat before we got to the Magic Kingdom. While we were at Captain Cook's getting food, like, the heavens opened up and it was a wild, like, torrential downpour, as happens at, like, 3:30, 4 o'clock in this time of year in this place. So we were like, "All right, we're not gonna rush." Like, we had a table because we were, like, eating before that opened up and everybody started coming in. So we ended up on the monorail. We probably got into the park at, like it was more like 5 or 5:30. It was before the day guests had to be booted out at 6. Well, not booted out, but, stuff ends for them at 6 and they work their way out. We made it over, and this was, like, the weird day that if you follow Disney stuff, there was, like, this major power outage and, like, every ride was down and the monorail,
Mhm.
like, everything was down right about this time. We didn't know the monorail had gone down, we were on it and it was fine, and we got to the Magic Kingdom, but then when we got to the Magic Kingdom, like, we got our party bands, we walked in and we went on the bypass, the Main Street bypass that you do for the parties, and it was just weird, and so this is where, like, we had a great time. My kids had a fabulous time. I noticed some things about this party that were, like, sort of off compared to other
Oh,
Halloween parties I've been to that only I was noticing, but I was, like, noticing them. So the first thing was the bypass. At that time, when we went through, like, they didn't give us our candy bags for trick or treating, and it was supposed to be, like, Cruella de Vil and Mother Gothel were, like, rotating on the bypass, like, yelling at
oh,
you
that's
and
cool.
taunting you and stuff. They were not out there. It wasn't raining at this point, and it just was, like, I don't know, I think my frame of reference is, like, when we did a Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party together last year, and that bypass felt so lively and, like, there were
Mhm.
photos, there were characters kind of there, not for, like, the normal character meet and greet, but, like, there was, like, an experience as you walk through there. This bypass experience was just like, we just walked through there. It was like, this is your path, not it was not the beginning of the
What
party.
time did you say this was?
It was like I should double check. It was before 6. It was like 5, 5:30. So, like, it was still the park was still open for day guests, but party guests were allowed to come in, but party stuff hadn't started, but, like, that should have still been happening
Yeah, I was
because
gonna
it's
say,
only party guests going
thought
on
it
that path.
I thought there usually was, like well, definitely your bag at the very
Yeah,
least. Like,
there
where
was
did
no
you get your bag then? You had to go somewhere later?
this is a store, so, okay.
Okay.
I'm salty about the bag.
I'm salty about the bag.
And it's like a thing that I'm, like, fixated on that nobody cares about it, and it didn't really affect anything, but I was just like, "Why did this happen?" Like, this was weird. So, it was Mari's birthday at midnight that night. She was turning 6 when the clock struck midnight that night. So, she kind of got to pick, like, her first thing was she wanted to go to the Haunted Mansion because she hasn't really been on it ever, because Jackson's kind of anxious about it, so we've always sort of skipped it. And so we went right there, and the line it wasn't bad, and we're in line, and the line, like, really grew as we were in it, and the cast member said we were down, and we just opened back up, so the line is really growing right now, but we were fine, we're, like, going along, it was moving, and we got into the stretching room, like, right where the stretching room is, and they shut down again, and so we were in the stretch we were, like, not we're, like, in the room that you walk through to go to the stretch
Right.
room.
Yep, like where the fireplace is
Yeah.
and the port. Yep.
And you start to get the vibes of you're there. And there were 4 cast members, like, they had 2 on each side, and they were taking people, like, walk through on either side, and, like, they were scanning our cards or your Magic Band to get a lightning lane for it because it went down and you were, like, that close. And I asked them, "Will this work at the party?" There wasn't a ton of time before 7 and we wanted to go do something else. And they said, "Yes, it should work," whatever. So we left. And that was kind of like, I tried to say, my kids were fine, but I tried to say to Jackson, like, this was kind of good because you got to go in there and, like, sort of see what it's like without being fully in the ride. And, so now, like, it's just fun and whatever. So we left. We went to Tiana's Bio Adventure. Long line there.
Jenny's new favorite.
I loved it. I
Yeah.
loved it.
And we didn't have lightning lanes, right? Because we were just going for the party and there are no lightning lanes and whatever. So we waited in standby line and that kept moving. That was probably like 35 minutes or so of waiting. And
Mm.
it like turned 6 o'clock while we were in that line. And that was all fine. That was up. Like, ironically, that was one of the only attractions that didn't go down. And it's so funny because it struggled so much with downtime when it first reopened as Tiana's
Yeah.
Bio Adventure, but it, like, came through on this weird night where everything was down. So, thank you, Tiana. We had a really nice ride at the golden hour when it's, like, beautiful up there if you can keep your eyes open long enough to, like, see what's going
Yep.
on
Yep.
from the top. So that was nice. And then we went over to Adventureland and they were starting to set up the trick or treat trails but it wasn't quite open. So we got in line for Pirates. And then when we came out of Pirates, we were like, we'll go over to the trick or treat trail. And I was like, we didn't get bags when we came in. Where do we get those? And she said, when you do this trick or treat trail, they'll have them for you. Like, ask. So we are going through this line and we get up there and I was like, we don't have our bags yet because people had bags. And this year they're doing these, like, I would show you, but I don't have one. They're doing these purple bags with the green, this color scheme.
Mm.
And they're like a nicer material. They're like a little thicker and they have the hitchhiking ghosts on them. And when
Oh,
you get that
cool.
bag, there's a full size candy in there. There's like a full size bag of M&Ms or whatever. So we saw people with them. So we knew they were handing them out. We already had our bands from the entrance, our wristbands. And so we go through the trick or treat trail and we're like, we don't have our bags. And they said, oh, we're all out at this spot. I'm telling you, it was like 7:05. So the party just started. They said, we're so sorry. Go at the next stop. So we have like all this candy because they start giving you just like all this candy. So whatever, we throw it, we just had it in our hands. We get back to our stroller and just like threw it in our backpack that we had. Go to the next trail. They didn't have bags.
So weird.
And they kept saying, oh, we're so
That
sorry.
is not like Disney to be that unprepared.
This is why I'm a little hung up on it, because I'm like, this is like the kind of thing that I
And then
am
not everybody starts from the beginning. Like,
right.
you
And the
start.
cast members have been telling me they'll have them on the trails, like as you go to trick or treat. So we kept going.
Yeah.
The third one we go to, they're like, we're all out of bags. And I was like, you're our third stop plus the entrance. Like, what do we do? And they
Yep.
said, hang on. And somebody went and looked, like somebody helpful. And everybody was smiling. It was all fine. But this person goes and he's like, hold on. And he pulls out these black bags that were like a thinner material, like different bags, no full size, no candy in it, no full size candy. And he's like, here you go. Here's 4. And meanwhile, I'm just like a little salty because there are all these people who had like so many bags on their strollers or whatever. And maybe they had a lot of people in their parties, but like felt weird
Mhm.
to me.
And you couldn't even get one when you were like heading out, like
We never
leaving.
got one. I didn't keep asking because there just was a point where it didn't matter anymore and it wasn't. And I don't want to be the one who's like a stickler about this stuff.
I don't know. I'd email guest services.
I
and
was
have,
frustrated
I
about
bet you
it.
they'd send you one.
It was weird. And then, sorry, I like lost my train of thought. There were just a couple things like that where it was just like
Yeah.
rides being down and, it was just bumpier. And I guess my like takeaway from this is sometimes I know the Magic Kingdom very well. I can navigate it. I can think about like what makes sense, what's the easiest way to do this. Like if we're over here, should we then do this while we're over here? Like I can logistics the Magic Kingdom
Yeah, of course.
very comfortably at this point. Like it's been like almost 40 years of me going. And it was so bumpy for me, how I felt it. It was not for my kids in particular or my family overall. They loved the trick or treating. It was more just like I knew kind of how it could be because I've done it.
Yeah,
Like we didn't do any of the magic shots, and I love those. We
I
just
do
didn't.
too.
And it's hard when you have a limited amount of time. Like we were only there for, I mean, and we still did almost 7 hours. We made it right through to midnight. You do have to make choices about like what you want to do. In one party, you can't do all the party stuff plus ride every ride that you love at the Magic Kingdom. Like you're going to meet and meet the characters that
Yeah.
you know, you have to make choices. And so we knew that. And yeah, we didn't take any time for like food, and you still just like barely scratch the surface because there's so much. But I feel like we had a fantastic spot for the fireworks. We made like a big choice we were kind of pretty close to the castle, like on the right-hand side when you're facing it. And we got there about 30 minutes before the fireworks show started and had a great spot. It was not anywhere near as like crowded as when you do Happily Ever After. And for
Mhm.
that, you're waiting like an hour or more before, and you're not as close, and you have no room to even breathe. Like
Mm.
people are touching you at every angle. This was so much more comfortable and enjoyable. And that fireworks show is really, really special. And I'm not even like the biggest Halloween person, but I just love it so much. And I noticed when Jack Skellington came out, I like made a sound. I was like I even knowing it's gonna happen, I was still just like,
He's amazing.
Mhm.
it's
So
so cool.
amazing.
It's such a good show. And so we all love that so much. And then after that, we watched fireworks at 10, and then we knew we wanted to watch the 11:15 parade, the Voodoo parade. And then Jackson really, really wanted to meet Jack and Sally. And so we decided to all try to go wait in line for Jack and Sally. And then if it wasn't going to work, like if we knew while we were in line that we were going to miss Booty, we would like leave the line to go watch Booty because that was really important. And that line was very slow moving. And we ended up splitting because Mari did not want to miss, like, she wanted to meet Jack and Sally, but she was like, I don't want to miss that parade. I want to see that parade. So she and I ducked out and sat right outside of Town Square Theater, right on the kind of loop around, and had a good spot. And I mean, it's so easy for that 11:15 parade if you're still awake and
Oh,
like
yeah.
can hang for it. We had a really great spot and got to see the Headless Horseman and like just really love the parade. And the boys, luck was on their side in this case because right before the Headless Horseman came out, they came out of meeting Jack and Sally. And so they were able to still see the Headless Horseman before the
That's
parade
cool.
started. And Jackson was really excited that it worked out that way because it wasn't a sure thing and he knew he might miss something. So it was nice that it worked out. But yeah, and when we made it, I mean, we didn't watch the Sanderson sisters show. And we just kind of didn't have it in us to like walk back up toward the castle
Yeah.
from where we were. Our feet were so tired. You walk a lot on a cruise ship. It's like really kind of
Yeah,
surprising
you do.
how much, and we were just tired. It had been a long week. And so we were in the confectionery at the end of the night, and all of a sudden I heard people start to sing happy birthday, like strangers singing happy birthday, and I was like, "Oh, it's midnight, it's your birthday." And so then we sang happy birthday to Mari because we realized, so she fulfilled my dream of turning whatever your birthday is in the Magic Kingdom.
In the Magic Kingdom at that
Aw.
exact moment.
Yeah, so cool.
I just swiped it.
So
Aw.
she has done a thing I have never done because I have been to the Magic Kingdom on my birthday, but I've never turned
A new
my age
age.
because it's so special to be there at midnight. It's so rare, you know. There are no parties. There might be after hours in April when my birthday is, but there aren't.
We've been there for Gracie's birthday,
It's pretty fun.
but she did not turn in the Magic Kingdom. But you've now made me add that to mine and Gracie's Disney bucket list.
A bingo. It's put it
Yep.
on the bingo card.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, who knew that
Um,
was an undiscovered thing that we wanted to do?
Now you know.
Now I know.
So my, like, slight thing about my bag that I'm, like, fixated on, and just in general, like, rides being down kind of threw off, like, the flow of people, but,
I
um
had the same issue. I don't know if you watched the episode where I recapped my trip, but I had the same issue, like, rides being down, like, messed the flow, created more walking.
yeah, it's hard,
You win some
but it
and lose some.
happens. And
Yep,
this is
it
like,
happens.
I think it should be validating for people, like, if Jenny and I have those days where we
Yes! Yep.
it's gonna happen, and you just have to, like, yeah, if it's like, sometimes it's weather, sometimes it's, like, somebody throws up on Rock and Roller
You
Coaster, like, it's
pivot, you
you know,
restructure, you pivot,
yeah,
you do your best.
you
And
enjoy.
that's why it's hard to do a very some clients ask for step-by-step itineraries. You cannot do
Yeah.
that.
What I say is, like, I can kinda give you based on what you tell me your priorities are, I can kinda give you,
Like a narrative. I give a
a theme,
narrative. Yeah.
like a song, and I say, like, but it's jazz. Like, I can kinda give you, like, we're gonna play in this key, and this is kinda like the melody and the time signature, but then you gotta be ready to jazz because people have to go to the bathroom, and people gotta, like, change the Band-Aids, and it's gonna rain, and you
And
gotta be
sometimes you
ready
want
to, like,
Starbies.
riff on the theme. Somebody's
Yeah.
gonna, like, take a solo, like, it
Mhm,
happens.
mhm.
That's
I
the
like
best
how you
you can
put that.
do.
Yep,
Yep.
for sure.
Sometimes you gotta, like, that's the way it is, but
Pivot.
things I really loved about this party that were different from me or good as always. I mean, fireworks and booty you. The Headless Horseman hits just every time. And
Yep.
Mari and I saw him around the 8:15 parade. Mari and I saw the Headless Horseman, and then it was just like Jason and Jackson missed it. And so we decided not to watch the parade, but it was cool. Mari got to kind of see him twice, and me, I got to see him twice. We had a really, like, nice cast member interaction with a security cast member around that time who just was, like, friendly, and they're just, they're great. And but we loved on the trick or treating, they've started to do what feels a little like how they do it at Oogie Boogie Bash at Disneyland, where, like, we went into Princess Fairy Tale Hall, they had the Evil Queen and
Yeah, they
Maleficent
did.
in there, and you can't it's not a meet and greet, but you're walking by them, and you're because the line is, like, it's moving, but it's like it's like you're in neutral, you're not, like, going 55 miles an hour through there, so you can kinda, like, interact a little bit or, like, take a selfie as you go by, and they're really cool. Like, those cast members are great.
Did the evil
And
queen talk to you?
she talked to Mari. She was kinda, like, messing with Mari. I got this on video, actually. Mari was in a, umbrella stroller, and the evil queen, like, was spoke to her, and Mari kind of, like, shied away, and she was like, "I know my beauty is, like, so much it's hard to look at. I'm to something so beautiful like me," or whatever, like,
She's
and
awesome.
it was really fun. Yeah, it was really fun. And, like, when you go through Monsters Inc. Laugh Floor, it's a trick or treat spot, but the show's not going on, but you could sit there and kinda chill for a minute, and they are, like, telling jokes, and they're doing, like, Halloween kinda jokes or, like, calling out people's outfits and, like, costumes and whatever, so that was fun. It's, like, themed, but it's not like an intense, like, "Oh, I need to go watch this show at this time," but it's, like, adds to the ambiance a lot, and I love that.
Mhm.
I love that. And Donald with his little costume on at, PhilharMagic, and the same thing, like, as you're going through the queue, he's just cute in there, and you can see him. The lighting around the park, this is a thing that is very small, but I appreciate it. Like, they have projection lighting at different spots around the park that say Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party, and, like, when the lights are dark in the Magic Kingdom, those little, like, lighting things are really cool. It just makes it nice. I don't know. I love all the characters and their cool costumes. Like, we didn't meet Elvis Stitch, but you kinda walk by and see him. Winnie the Pooh characters and their costumes meeting together. We didn't go wait for that meet and greet, but I always love to go by and see them because 'cause they're just adorable. The ambiance is the thing at these parties, like, that makes it a little different and feel festive, but I would choose the fireworks and Boo every day over Tron. I love Tron, but if you can't do it all, do those
Right.
shows. So good.
Exactly. They give you all the feels.
Mm.
I'm just like, I feel like I'm just in it, the Halloween spirit. I now, because of the Halloween party, I switch over the house to Halloween stuff when Disney does.
Oh,
Jake does not agree with this.
August, 20th or whatever.
Yeah.
Happy
Yeah, yeah.
Halloween.
It's mild right now. I just put some ghosts out and stuff like that, but there's more. I didn't go crazy this time.
We had a cast member at we stayed at the Polynesian for the 2 nights for this bit, and I went to get Key to the World cards at the front desk, and we were chatting with the cast member as she set them up and wrote our names. And we were telling her we're headed to the party, and she was saying, "Halloween is my favorite time of year. We have we can take off like X number of holidays or whatever, and I always put in for Halloween." She's like, "I will work on Christmas, I will work on Thanksgiving, I will work on Easter, but I want Halloween off. That's my like big special." And she said, "I can't put my decorations up when the parties start because my HOA has like a date where we're not allowed." She's like, "I have to follow the rules, but as soon as that first day, my Halloween stuff all goes up."
It's Florida. They should follow Disney rules,
Yeah, they
right?
should. Read the room. You know,
Uh-huh.
yeah. Yeah, but it's fun. And it didn't feel weird. Like, I'm very susceptible to like, Mickey's Mickey for me when I'm around Mickey. It's just Mickey. I don't know how to explain it. Like it's the most real thing when I'm like in that environment. So this is the earliest I've ever been to the Halloween party, and it was Halloween while I was there. Like it was just
Mhm.
there was no gap in my brain of like, it's August actually. It's not. I was like, no, it's
Oh, it's
Halloween. Like we got
Halloween.
to see the grave diggers like scrape the thing in the parade. That's Oh, and the hitchhiking ghosts were like up on the
My
what
favorite.
is it called? Like up high by where the Country Bears show
Oh,
is.
yeah.
They were
Up on the
super
balcony.
cool.
Yep.
Yeah. And again, that's not like you don't wait in line and like get a photo pass photo with them, but they're there and you can go like see them. And they were kind of like interacting with the crowd, watching.
Oh,
That
that's
was
so
cool.
cool.
And we went inside the, new DVC lounge. Jackson and I went in they were giving DVC members at the Halloween party, they were giving a bag, ironically, is all my complaining about a bag. We got these tote bags that were like Halloween tote bags that they gave whatever. So we waited
Oh,
in line to like go into the new lounge where the shooting range was. And, so we got to just peep that. And they have 2 Coke freestyle machines in there. So they had it set up so like you could go in a line, get your bags, and then go get drinks at the Coke freestyle machine. So we brought some Powerade. I love like a free beverage. Uh, that was weird too. Like they were out of coffee. They didn't have any snacks. And usually they have snacks. And I mean, there was no shortage. Like I have so much candy. There
I
was
was
no
gonna say,
shortage of
maybe
that.
they're
But
like, "Nah, there's enough candy out for tonight."
yeah, yeah. But we got our fancy Powerade and I'm like, all right, I got my thing. So we
Right.
did end up
Oh,
using those bags to like dump our small bags into so we could keep getting more candy. We got a lot of candy. We got a lot of candy. And it's good candy. It's really
yeah.
good candy.
I don't know. Last year, I was overweight on my bag to go fly home because there was so much candy. I had to smash it into my carry-on.
Yeah. And all the Halloween merch is really cute. I recommend go to what's the shop? Star Traders by
Mm.
Anti-Gravities, Jenny, where you like to go for your
Uh,
shapes. Is it Star Traders? That shop.
yep. Star
Okay,
Traders,
fun.
I believe.
They have like check there if the Emporium gives you the willies because it's huge and crazy. Check Star Traders for stuff because it felt like they had everything there. And it was a much nicer experience than I love the Emporium, but it's like overwhelming to me sometimes. And I was happy to go over there and get my merch.
It's a good tip.
Didn't try any party snacks, didn't
It's only so
just
much you can do in one night.
gotta focus. Yeah. But we rode the Barnstormer. We rode Dumbo.
Never
Yes,
important thing.
fun.
No wait for Dumbo. And if you do really care about some of the big rides and you are making choices like that, I don't know if I just didn't remember or what, but Seven Dwarfs Mine Train during the fireworks, it must have been. I was in the app kind of looking at wait times, and Mine Train had a 7-minute wait, which means no wait. It's like their cute way.
I didn't know they had a cute one too.
Yeah. I didn't remember. I either didn't know or I didn't remember because I, like,
Or it's
screenshot it and
because it
circled it,
rarely ever has no wait.
and you never see that. Yeah. Yeah. But, like, if you see 13 minutes for the Haunted Mansion, that's, like, no
Mhm.
wait. Is it the same? It's same for Tower of Terror, I think, like,
Yeah,
13
they
is
have 13 as well.
the no wait. So for Mine Train, if you see 7, there's no wait.
Go. Go.
Go quick. Unless Jack Skellington is on stage at the castle, don't leave him.
You're
He's
right, you're right.
You can't
I
leave
would
him.
always I would always pick that first.
Yeah. So it's great. I would totally do it again. Every party's a little
Awesome.
different, like, going with kids, you're gonna ride the Barnstormer. Jackson rode it twice. Mari and I went to the bathroom, and I came back, and my husband's by himself, and I'm like, "Where's our other kid?" He's like, "He's on the Barnstormer." Like, we've reached that point in life, it was really kinda cool. So Mari and I go, and we get to the front just in time to see the train come in with Jackson by himself in the front car.
Oh.
And so Mari and I were getting on, and we asked the cast member, like, "Can he just stay on and go one more time?" Because there's nobody on this ride, you know?
Oh, yeah,
So
perfect.
he stayed on and got to go one more time, and she and I rode right behind him, and that was her first time on the Barnstormer.
Oh, yay, Mari.
Yeah, yeah, it was fun. It was fun, I liked it, I'm glad we did it. It's humbling, it's like a good reminder that I'm really good at Disney, but there are times it's not like,
Sometimes
you know,
yeah, sometimes Disney gets us.
yeah, it just stuff happens and just go with it.
Cool. Well, it sounds like an awesome time, and I'm ready to celebrate Halloween now.
I was singing "Boo to You" for, like, at least 5 days after.
I think I sing "Boo to You" all year round.
You're right, it's so good.
It is so good.
Yeah.
And the Evil Queen is the last thing you see on the
Do you
last
wanna why? Because she's amazing.
you gotta end on that high note.
Exactly. There is no better queen.
Mm, yep,
Hence why I
pretty
go with
fun.
Poison Apple Blonde.
That's where I got these
And
costumes.
these are supposed to match, the cast members' little, suits for the Halloween.
And what Mickey and Minnie are wearing when
Oh,
they
they
meet
have this color
together.
this year?
Yeah, purple and green like that.
Yay.
Super cute.
See, they love my ears.
But I'll share pictures and stuff, so check out the socials.
Perfect. Yeah, go to we're on Instagram, we're on TikTok, we're on Pinterest, we're on Facebook, and of course, we have our own website, mouseearsandmagicalchats.com, where you can hook up with Jenny and Jess for your next trip, or you can check out my shop, or you can check out our blog.
And there's still so much time in the party season, like, if you wanna go to Not So Scary, you can
Mhm.
still get tickets for this year.
Yeah. And then if you wanna hop over to the other park like Jenny's gonna do, there's Halloween Horror Nights.
Oh,
Ooh,
yes, can't wait for that.
I can't wait to hear about that. That has my heart too. Freaking love the Halloween season.
So fun.
we're in it.
Alright. Until next time. Bye.
See you next
Bye.
week.